After $300,000 in sales, Facebook decided to kill my ads. How can we pick good products? After a couple of back and forth with the factory, they said they wouldn't be able to do anything because it's time for me to share the results of what I have so far. So the grand total is, this is how I was able to scale my e-commerce business to nearly $1 million in only 6 months. And it all started in August of 2022. Now at that time, I was doing really well with this address sign that I was selling. If you haven't already watched part 1 of this series, then pause this video and go watch it right now. No, seriously, go watch it. At this point, I had made $300,000 in 1 month. I mean, most people would stop here, right? They would buy the Lambo, move to Dubai, and retire as a dropshipping guru. But not your boy Hassan. I was ready to go to the moon, but we had a tiny problem. After $300,000 in sales, Facebook decided to kill my ads. The ads just weren't driving sales anymore. Now, on the bright side, my years of experience in e-com tells me that if that does happen, it doesn't mean that the product is dead. That just means that your ad is dead, or the angle you're targeting. In other words, the audience you're speaking to. So I needed to come up with a new ad angle. So I went back to the drawing board and I came up with this. Hey, did I catch your attention? The reason why you heard ambulance sirens is because I want to make you aware of how EMS drivers are missing addresses daily. So just launched the new ad sets with the new creatives. However, wait, give me a second, guys. I'm just reading the comments right now, and one of the comments is saying, yeah, I bought the sign, but no one can read this at night. I got it. It dawned on me that I should do something to solve the most common problem my current customers were having, but at the same time, increase my sales and profit margins as well. So I researched for a couple of days and found these solar powered lights that were perfect to bundle up with these address signs. I copped some lights and waited a few days until they showed up in front of my door. After that, I took my best performing UGC video and simply swapped the call to action with a new one, showcasing the solar lights offer. Are delivery drivers missing your address? A lot of delivery drivers have told me personally that they just can't see addresses when they're driving by. That's why we created this beautiful yard address sign. It's made out of 16 gauge thick American steel, and it comes with pointy stakes at the bottom, which makes it very easy to insert into the ground. You'll also be happy to know that it's American made. And with today's order, you'll get 25% off plus these free solar lights. So click shop now below. Now this helped me end off September strong, over $200,000 in sales with 30% profit margins, despite us taking a while to launch the whole solar lights thing. But I have a feeling that next month we'll do way better with this new deal. Now, next month we were doing so well, but our ads started to tank, and I realized our conversion rate was 1.3%, which was way below the industry average of 2%. Conversion rate is basically how many people actually buy your product divided by how many people that look at the store page. So I did some research on top e-commerce landing pages out there, and what I realized was my landing page was cluttered with information. I had to simplify it, focus on hitting the emotions with the problems my product solves. Because if there's one thing I learned about landing pages, it's that people don't read, they scan for value. So I took the next few days rewriting the copy and redesigning the landing pages. Now, this is one of the most important things to do when you're running an e-com store, because a good landing page could be the difference between people buying instantly and people getting sketched out and your bounce rate going through the roof. The bounce rate is basically how many people exit your site without buying or taking a longer look at your website. So it's basically window shopping. Let's say you're shopping at Zara, but they have the store super messy and it also stinks in there. I wouldn't stick around for long either. The way I like to design these landing pages is to make them look like these woke infomercials that you find on Instagram stories that talk about different social justice topics. It's clean, but it's still detailed. After that, I like to add some before and after pictures or GIFs of my product. And I import my reviews to make it seem like a more legit brand and not some random 14-year-old kid's Shopify store. So after cooking on the web builder for a couple of days, I finally got done with the new website and landing page, and it was time for me to test it out. I let the ads run for the rest of the month and checked back on it in November. And it looks like we're doing quite well. So far, we're getting around 2,000 sales a month at a $130 average order value. Things are starting to look good. Shit, guys, now people are complaining about orders taking too long to ship and fulfill. Well, shit. I kind of half expected this to happen, but I didn't think it would be today. I guess we're just doing too good. But my supplier cannot fulfill more than 100 orders per day, which is a problem when you're doing 200 plus orders a day like me. So I was pacing around every day while being on the phone for 5+ hours with different suppliers as well as my current suppliers, just so I can get my customers their orders. It was slowly driving me insane. And this is exactly why, by the way, I always recommend that you avoid custom on-demand products as a beginner. And the reason why is because fulfilling thousands of orders a day for regular non-custom products is a breeze with a tool like Zendrop, where they handle fulfillment and shipping for you, so you don't have to worry about anything like this whatsoever. Honestly speaking, Zendrop is the best when it comes to shipping times. They are the go-to when it comes to drop shipping these days. Back when I first started, I wish I had a tool like Zendrop so I didn't have to worry about all the chargebacks and slow shipping times that other suppliers have. And I even have a special freebie for my YouTube viewers. If you sign up using the link in the description for Zendrop, you get $200 in free order credits. Now, I know what you're probably thinking. But Hassan, now you're telling us we can't do custom on-demand products. Well then, what should we do? How can we pick good products? Well, it's quite simple, guys. You have to find a product that solves a problem. And the way you can do that is by simply having a TikTok burner account that just shows you products that other people are using to dropship. Now, I also talk about this more in depth on my complete 6-hour e-com course here on YouTube. So if you're interested, check it out after this video. After you've selected your product, you're gonna head over to shophunter.io to check on the numbers of the store. Here you can find all sorts of metrics like the sales they're doing, average order value, total orders per month, and even the amount of ads they're running. Not to mention, they also give you the direct link to their ad library so you can see which ads are getting engagement so you can temporarily borrow them so you can do it for your product too. Shop Hunter is a very good tool to see if your product is a potentially good product to sell before you even start selling it. You can get 25% off Shop Hunter with the link in my description. But back to the story. Fulfillment issues didn't stop going into December. In December alone, we had over 10 orders a day being refunded because they were taking too long to arrive since my supplier couldn't ship more than 100 orders a day. Now I had two options. I can either ditch this product and start from scratch, or I can continue with this product, but I will have to slow down on scaling. And I wasn't gonna throw away my work over the last couple of months just because of a problem like that. So I decided I'm gonna keep going. So after a couple of back and forth with the factory, they said they wouldn't be able to do anything because they have a small team, which sucks. But I had to do something so my customers wouldn't get mad. So I pulled the classic free international shipping, as well as a discount on the solar lights for the customers that had a delay with their order. I also updated the website saying that our signs use premium metal sourced from the highest quality available in the USA, and each sign that was custom produced needed to get metal from our premium metal supplier. This also increased my perceived value. Now, if the customer thinks that they're getting their money's worth, then they're more likely to buy without much convincing on your part. Think of why Apple has such a high perceived value. It's because in all their marketing material, even in their boxes, they make sure to give you that premium feel that makes people ready to spend thousands of dollars on their new phones. It was also in the middle of January that my ad sets died out again, so I had to revive them again. I put our ads up again, and now this time with more emphasis on the luxury part of the marketing. I made sure to make my perceived value very high in the copy. I was getting a lot of store visitors and was converting very well. And at this point, I also raised the price to fit the whole premium product feel, but this might result in a little less sales, right? But the margins of those sales would be higher. So you need to figure out that sweet spot in order to secure as much money as possible. You don't want to price yourself too low, so you won't be making a ton of profit, but you also don't want to price yourself too high because then you'll barely make any sales. And now it's officially February, which means it's time for me to share the results of what I have so far. And I'm going to be 100% transparent. No cap, not gonna let you wait any longer. So the grand total is $930,471 in revenue and $225,347 in profit, which is a 24% profit margin. But let's step back for a second, guys. I honestly hate this product. Like, clearly not because of the money or anything, but because the headaches and the problems it gave me as a custom made to order product. It's always the same problems over and over again, and I don't really want to deal with these problems anymore. If only I can just sell this store and cash out without having to worry about any of its problems ever again. Bro, didn't you do that already? Yeah, bro, but they don't know the story of me selling this brand yet. Well, aren't you gonna tell them what the story? Yeah, I'm gonna tell them, just not today. They're not ready for it. Wait, you're telling me I can make this much by selling the brand right now?